Good afternoon, welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. In order to promote San Andres as an eco-sustainable destination and establish strategies that contribute to economic development with minimal or zero impact on our fauna and flora, the Carolina Environmental Corporation announced the project of Interinstitutional Alliance and International Conservation.
Carolina, in alliance with Conservation International, announced the scope of the project biodiversity conservation in the tourism sector of the protected areas and strategic ecosystem of the archipelago, in coordination with the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development as a focal point of the Global Environment Facility as implementing agencies of the project, which will be executed over a period of 3.5 years and seeks to integrate action for sustainable tourism with environmental considerations for the conservation of biodiversity of the archipelago.
Es un proyecto a 3 años y medio.
It is a 3.5-year project on integrating actions for sustainable tourism and environmental considerations for the conservation of the biodiversity of the archipelago. It is noteworthy that this project provides an opportunity to work together with local authorities, both the government, the Mayor's Office of Providence, and the Carolina Environmental Authority, with national authorities to address a tourism management strategy that currently presents the archipelago mainly on the island of San Andres.
Once the project is underway, the objective will be to promote the destination as an eco-sustainable destination, which requires establishing strategies that contribute to economic development with minimal or zero impact of our fauna and flora, as to generate a monitoring and following up scheme for tourism activities in terms of how they will interact with biodiversity. Key ecosystems such as beaches, coral, mangrove, underwater, and key species such as the rays and black crabs in Providence. Also to have a timely response system for environmental authorities and negative effect that might occur with tourism and must be addressed. The meeting was attended by officials from Carolina and the Seafloor Biosphere Reserve, the Secretariat of Tourism, Conservation International, among others.
The departmental government, through the Secretariat of Social Development, developed a training program to strengthen the RISAL organizations of the Insular Department, promoted under the framework of the policy Integral Support for the Cultural and Socioeconomic Development of the RISAL people. Officials from SENA, the community and RISAL organizations, as well as departmental administration personnel, attend this event.
A training to strengthen the economy and cultural development through the institutional offer of the Ministry and the SENA for RISAL organizations was held in the morning hours in the Warwin Peterson Auditorium of the Governor's Office. The coordinator of the RISAL Public Policy of the Secretariat of Social Development gave the details.
En la mañana de hoy vamos a estar presentando.
This morning we were presenting the institutional offer for RISAL organizations that the Ministry of Interior and SENA have. In this way, we will be fulfilling, in coordination with these institutions, the goal of strengthening the organizations. This morning, RISAL leaders, people interested in knowing the offer of the institutions, and members of the RISAL organizations are invited. The main topics are the projects that are available in these institutions to which they can have access.
The meeting was held from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, where attendees were able to resolve their doubts about the opportunities that the RISAL community has in the National Development Plan.
And in other news, after acts of violence and intolerance in official educational institutions recorded and disseminated by social networks and instant messages, the ICBF proposes some reasons and solutions of the phenomenon presented currently among the youth of the island.
Events that concern the community, families, and institutions are those that have been occurring with young people in some educational institutions of the island of San Andres. The fight between young people have become a habit, and more it is evidenced and recorded in images and videos the intolerance of students in school who have lost the ability to communicate respectfully and resolve conflict through dialogue, and which instead opt for physical violence. A recent image, a fight between uniformed minors, was recorded on a public road on the island. In the video, you can see the knife with which the girls were threatening each other. What is the cause of this phenomenon?
La verdad es que estamos viendo el
The truth is that we are living what we as a society have sown. When society is talking about family, about institutions, it is talking about community. I believe that there is a more liberal perspective and a condemnation towards all the disciplinary forms that were previously applied. Today, we are noticing very permissive parentings and families believing that it is the sign of love and affection. We are forgetting to raise our young people with the ability to control emotions. That's why we are seeing things like suicide, depression, and intolerance.
According to Freddie Bowie, as a society, we need to work together to support young people.
No es como alguien dijo o cierta.
It's not like someone said, it's wasted time. It's not wasted time. When the community, society, family, and institutions move towards the same purpose, we could see a changed youth.
And as a result of the fights that have occurred in the recent days in the educational institutions, Teleislas News inquired with the community regarding this situation, which agrees that this is due to the lack of authority in homes in many cases.
Knife fights in educational institutions where minors are the protagonists of these events set off alarms among the community in general. These disputes are very frequent at the time of students' dismissal from school, which have been recorded in videos circulating on social networks. After these violent events, Teleislas News inquired with some inhabitants of the islands who give their point of view.
It is depressing, very depressing, because in the schools there must be support from the police. There are a lot of problems with underage kids, and the truth is that I think it is sad because young people are not thinking about the consequences, and we, their mothers at home, are not realizing that the kids are going out with knives and are very aggressive. The idea is to make a call to the police colonel to put a kite outside the institution.
I want to see the government then try to do something with the young people them, because them is out of hand bad and doing things what they're not supposed to do.
It is very wrong. That behavior comes from home. The education given at home has a lot of influence. It is very wrong that those girls are fighting outside the schools. I think that's very ugly. Teachers should do something. None of them went out when those girls were fighting. It looked like a party. We have to pray to God a lot for this situation to improve, and we parents should be more temperate with our children in order to improve education.
For the inhabitants of the island, it is important that the authorities in the department propose solutions that contribute to improve the behavior of minors and thus avoid that these acts of aggression continue to be a constant.
And in other news, a new academic offer was opened by SENA, aimed at people who want to be trained as technicians and technologists in this institution. Those interested may apply from tomorrow, November 3rd, until November 10th.
The SENA in San Andres announced the first call for classroom training available for this year, 2023, starting in January. The interim director of SENA extended the invitation to the community of the islands to enroll.
We are going to open a new classroom course offer starting tomorrow, November 3rd, and until November 10th. The offers are for technical and technological courses. Technical courses such as the cooking course, Technological courses such as software development analysis, hotel services coordination, and digital audiovisual media production. These trainings will take place in the morning hours. You should go to SENA and bring your identity card and your OCRE card. The colleagues will be there to assist you in the morning and in the afternoon.
Those interested in registering may also do so through the platform senasofiaplus.edu.co. SENA also informed that those who wish to know a little more about the offer may attend the informative talks scheduled for November 3rd, 4th, 9th, and 10th at the SENA reception desk from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It should be noted that there are 100 vacancies available for technical and technological careers for which they must have a requirements to certification of 9th grade, identity card, OCRE card, health affiliation. And for technological careers, they must attach, in addition to the above, their high school diploma and the results of their IFES test.
Now let's get to know other facts that today are news in our brief news section.
In the departmental auditorium located in the sector of the Hill from 4 p.m., the Secretariat of Education will hold the second public meeting of the PIE School Feeding Program with the purpose of articulating actions for the implementation of the guidelines and monitoring of the operation of this program in the territory. During the collection of special waste by the Secretariat of Public Services and Environment in different sectors of the island, the departmental administration has collected 15,000 tires equivalent to 78,750 kilograms, which have already been evacuated from the island to the city of Cartagena, where they will be properly disposed of. The departmental government from the Secretariat of Education participated in the socialization of the restart of the work of the Industrial Technical Educational Institution, which was suspended for almost a year. Due to differences with the construction personnel, the work of the new institution is scheduled to be delivered in September 2023 and will have 21 classrooms, including new, improved, and specialized toilets, administrative areas, and new spaces for recreation.
And this is all for now. We see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more Teleislas news. Good afternoon.